Good morning and welcome to Crossroads Christian Ministries training session number 2. Today I'm going to be talking about the sin in salvation.
What you say?
See, and a lot of people would think that, once you're saved, you don't sin. But then we often hear that whenever we're saved, we don't practice sin. And everybody seems to like that, and we run with that. But I'm going to just speak a little bit on this morning about the sin in salvation. However, before I get into that, let me give you this. God is always dropping nuggets, and I'm always hearing what he's saying, and then I have to go and find what he's saying in the word, and it becomes so great to me. And I trust that what this is this morning, what I'm about to say now, is going to really help us as we journey forward. He dropped one word in my spirit, and that was babbling. And immediately whenever I heard the word babbling, I thought about Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. And for you to get the background of what I'm about to say, you can find this in Genesis, the 8th chapter. Genesis, the 10th chapter, verses 8 through 10, and then go on into the 11th chapter, verses 1 through 9. Just to give you a little back history on it, Nimrod, they worshiped and they believed in the god of fertility, and it was called Chemosh. And Nimrod was one that had sex with his mother. And his mother to him was priceless until she defied him. And when she defied him, then he had her killed. So what Nimrod did was, the Bible lets us know that at that particular time, that everybody was of one language. One language. And it wasn't until Nimrod and the people got together that they decided that they wanted to, build. They said they wanted to build a tower that would reach up to heaven. But let's see what God said. I want to be able just to read just a portion of this, and then I'm going to run with what I'm telling you, and then we're going to get into what it is, the sin in salvation on today. And I'm coming out of Genesis, the 11th chapter, and I'm just going to skip around, but I want you to get the gist of what it is I'm going to say. Verse 1 says, "And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar." This is it. "And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth." And see, it keeps on saying, but whenever God saw what it was they were doing, and he heard what it was they were saying, it said that he came down to see the city and the tower, which the children, listen to this, but the children of men had built. Because you heard it just earlier, and they said, let us do this. He said, and it says that when God came down and he saw what they had done, God already had the remedy. So what I'm saying is that whatever it is you're doing, God already has the remedy for what it is you're doing. He came down and he saw the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord had said, look, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. So God said, since you want to do this, God said, let us, go down and there confound their language. Who is the us that you believe that he was talking about? If God said that he is one, and if he's all about the oneness, and yet he'd already given us all one language. See, what it is that whenever we go in our own way to do our own thing outside of the will of God, but yet we want to make it seem like we're doing it unto God, God will then do whatever it takes to show us that we're not in his will. So today I'm just saying this. Let me just say this. Let me say this to you, and then you'll get what babbling is. There's a lot of babbling going on.
What you say? You better talk.
It's a lot being said.
My God.
It's a lot being noised abroad.
Mm-hmm.
My mama used to say, y'all stop all that gang of talking. There's a lot of gang of talking going on. And everybody today is running to and fro, looking for a word that they can identify with. However, if this God is one, and he's about oneness, shouldn't the people of God be speaking the same language?
Amen.
Why are the words, why is everything different in so many places? However, there's still them that are his that are speaking the same thing. I'm in Alabama, but trust me, there's somebody in Georgia, there's somebody in DC, there's somebody in England, there's somebody all over this world that's speaking the exact same thing. And yet the people are going from pillar to post, to and fro, looking for a word that they can identify with. Identify with God and you will have the word.
Come on.
Yeah. What Nimrod those tried to do, but look, y'all hear, you all are out there, and you can hear. I heard Kenya. I guess I think her last name is Kenya Moore on the Housewives of Atlanta. She said, "Don't come for me unless I call you." God was telling them, stop trying to come to the place of God without me bringing you.
That's a good one. Yes.
Stop trying to go to the place of God your way, your method, your words, your actions, your doings, without God being in it. Because if it's of him, he's going to call you to it. And he's the one that's going to bring you in to the place in which you're trying to achieve, the place you're trying to get to. You have to be able and capable to wait on God.
God's way. Come on now. That's a word. Amen.
Stop trying to get to God. Stop trying to get to your goal. Stop trying to get to your blessings your way.
Now, that's a shirt. Come on now.
That's babbling. See, it's a whole lot of babbling going on.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
But there is a way that seemeth right unto you.
Yes. My God.
But the end of that way is death. But let me show you something. Man, I feel good this morning.
All right.
I heard Jesus say, I am. I got to stop right there.
Yes.
Because in the I am, people are asking you now, what is your name? And you say, my name is. That has no power.
My God.
When you learn who you are in him and you learn his language, you speak and you say, I am. And the I am have power.
Yes.
The power to change. The power to direct and redirect. The I am. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Amen.
Check out what he said. No man cometh. See there? There we go again, the men that was doing that building.
Yes.
No man cometh to the Father. You got to come through me. And you can't even only come through me. You got to come to me because I'm the one that's going to take you back to him.
There you go.
The I am. I am. When people start asking you who you are now, amen, we're speaking this language. And if the I am is the one that sent you, you be bold and you say, I am Cheryl. I am. It's okay.
Yes.
It's all right.
Yes, it is.
I am. And I believe that I am have substance.
Yes, it does.
The I am produces.
Yes.
So today, who are you?
Thank you, Jesus.
Who are you? Don't think today that once, we get excited when we hear what we believe to be a good word. But we should really get excited whenever we're able to see ourselves not as that good word, but yet we've heard that good word, and it gives us something to die in that Christ will rise in,
Right.
that we will be able to live forth from.
Yes, Lord.
It's time out for us wanting to hear a good word and not yet become that word.
That's right.
We have to be this that we're talking about. I am. But the sin in salvation is when the I becomes you. The sin in salvation is when the I becomes you. You see what I'm talking about? I'm talking about whenever you start going through whatever it is it's going to take to make us. We start taking it personal and we start taking on everything from that situation, and we begin to wear our troubles on our face.
Yes.
You begin to wear, and you do look like, but you're not even out of it yet. So it's not that we can say you don't look like what you've been through, because yet you don't have anything to produce to say that, this is what I got coming out. So the sin in salvation is when we take what it is that is being sent to us to make us, we personalize it.
Amen.
It becomes I and not Christ.
All right now.
And you will always stay in sin, in salvation, as long as you stay in your flesh. This is a spiritual walk. And I got on my Consecrate Yourself Today shirt, because consecration is real. This takes you to a place that takes you before the true and the living God. I'm tired of you wanting to hear a good word. Go before God and receive your good word. Receive it for yourself. I had the privilege on yesterday to speak with a lady, and I was so grateful because she had given me something and she asked me to read it, and she asked me what did I think about it. And I gave her my thoughts on it, and she said, that's what God told me. She said, that's what he told me to write. I said, okay, that's good. She said, but it's like I'm still searching for something. She said, but I don't know what it is. I said, I said, I understand. She said, you're an apostle. She said, but do you prophesy too? I said, I only say what God tells me to say. I only say what I hear by the Spirit. I said, and I'm not, I said, look, I said, let me ask you something. I said, one thing that I understand when it comes to prophecy, because if you're in relationship with God, there's things that God tells you and things that God downloads into you. And sometimes there may be just a little twinge or a doubt or whatever, but God said that he would confirm the word of his servants. So I believe in that place, God will send to you his servant to confirm the word that you may have a little doubt about. So I told her on yesterday, I said, don't get me wrong. I said, God uses. I said, and he has used and will continue to use, anyone that's available, anyone that makes themselves available. I said, and whatever the office of the person is, that, so be it. However, this is what I'm saying. I told her yesterday, I said, you said you're searching, but you don't know what for. You don't know what it is, what it's for. I said, one thing about a search is that I said, I'm going to ask you to change the word. I said, I want you to now start seeking. I said, seek after God. I said, because right now, I said, you're lost. I said, he's never lost. I said, but you're lost. I said, so you start seeking that you will be found of him. I said, and the reason why you're in the place that you're in, I said, I guarantee you, I said, if you were to just give God your yes. That's it. Yes. Guess what? Just yield. Embrace this thing that you know nothing about, but yet you feel that there's something more to. And submit to him. I said, then the manifestation of what you were searching for will be revealed. It'll come forth. A lot of our hang-ups and our hold-ups and our fall and progressing in God comes from us not saying yes.
Amen.
And we don't say yes because we still hold on to the sin in salvation, which is I. I know, I believe, I think, I want, I remember, I think I can, I can't. So many eyes. And yes, salvation, as people want to believe, is not free. You're going to have to give up the I. The I is what was. Give up your way of thinking, your way of doing. Submit yourself unto God. And you'll find there'll be a whole lot less babbling.
All right.
Because you have removed yourself. And now you're able to hear him.
Amen.
And once you're able to hear, God blesses us with sight to be able to see where to go, how to move. So whenever we said yes to the Lord, that just opened up our sight to the path now in which we are going to begin to travel. You may not even be able to see all the way down the road. You may only be able to see 2 steps ahead of you. Begin there.
Amen.
Begin there. And every time I want to come up in your walk in salvation, in your work in salvation, you have a will. Will to put your and tell yourself, nevertheless, not I. It's now that lives inside of me. I am no longer my own. I was bought with a price.
Yes.
I am his. And that'll cut down on a whole lot of other talk from all different places. And you know what? You won't even be out there searching for a word no more.
Come on.
You'll have the word with you. You'll have the word in you. You'll be the word. And then you'll be drawn to the word, not to what you hear that sounds good. Oh, that'll preach there. Oh, that'll teach there. Oh, but what that he has, that he wants to give unto us. Oh, what will that do for us? I end by saying this. I was telling the person on yesterday, I said, whenever we get to the place where we seek after God, and he said, told us even how to do it with our whole heart, whole mind, body, soul, spirit, with the totality of who we are. Then guess what happens? Whenever we're able to do it and do it in that manner, and he finds us, we won't have to run to hear a word. We won't have to, search out for something. that'll cause us to be encouraged we will take courage.
Amen.
We will take what was already in the I am.
Yes. Given. Come on.
Not the I, but
Yes.
the I am. We will take what we already possess.
That's
Oh
right.
my God.
Amen.
See, because what we fail to realize is that, the Bible told us to comfort one another with these.
Thank you.
Come on.
That's right.
And it told us also that iron sharpened iron. So why is it that I'm looking always and I can always change your countenance, but you don't have nothing in you to change mine? Because you're searching for something that you should already possess. If he possesses you, the I am is
Amen.
my encouragement word. He is the lifter of my head. He is the one that bottled my tears. He is.
Amen.
He is. And whenever I take I out, me out, my out, then salvation can produce the work that it needs to for me to be able to complete my journey. I heard this on this morning. Oh my goodness. I heard, when Paul said, I have what? Fought a good
Fight.
Man, that fight wasn't with the people. The fight was within himself.
Amen.
To be able to free himself from himself so that he, who he said that now possesses him, could live in him, could move in him, could reign through him.
Yes.
All right.
We're literally trying to fight fights. And as I said earlier, don't take it personal. These spirits that you're fighting, don't take it personal. It's not the person. Don't look at the person who the spirit is operating in. Through. Consider the spirit. And when you consider the spirit, you consider the source. And when you consider the source, you have already said, greater is he that is in me.
Amen.
And he that is in the world.
Thank you.
And if God be for
Me.
oh my God. See, where's all of this?
That's right.
In the midst of the eye?
Talk about it.
Where is this? We've downplayed this. We've downplayed the power. We've downplayed who it is we need in those places. We put him down, and I arose in salvation. Oh my God. And when I rise, you'll find out that it's never in the morning. It's always in darkness. Because you always going to go through something.
That's right.
I started speaking tongues. Okay. But it's good. It's good that God will give us what it takes to expose the enemy. He never told us to fight him. He only told us to submit ourselves to him, to God.
Yes.
Resist it. Resist it. And he will flee.
Yes.
He will flee.
Amen.
If you want to put him on the run, run to God. If you want to put the enemy on the run, if you want to set him to flight, run to God.
That's right.
Pray. God calls me to remember,
Mm-hmm.
not to forget,
Yes, God.
to always keep you first,
Yes, Lord.
to always pray, to always seek, to always go after you, to always remember that you are present with me.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you. Yes, Lord.
Stop battling. Stop speaking a whole lot of stuff you don't know nothing about.
Amen.
Take the I out of your salvation and let him, who is the I am, let him live in us, move in us, rest, rule, and abide in us. That's all. Stop babbling. Because we don't worship idol gods. We worship the true and the living God. And it said that them that do that, they know him and they do it in spirit and in truth.
Yes.
I leave with you on today. Because like I said, it wasn't a whole lot. But I like little. Because little is much.
Yes.
It's much. Take this little bit
Yes.
and let it go into you. Meditate both day and night.
Jesus.
Meditate. Hide this word in your heart that you might not sin against God. Hide this word. Hide it. Take it. Meditate on it. And see what it produces in your life.
Yes.
I leave you with a question on today. And you have all the opportunity to comment below. From this session here, I'm not even going to ask you, what did you get? I only want to ask you, who are you? God bless on today. From Crossroads Christian Ministries, I am Apostle Cheryl. God bless you on today. Stay tuned.